Hey y'all, it's Coach in the Fight here. I want to talk a little bit about resurrection and reincarnation and a guy they call the Emperor Justinian. Now, this was something my wife and I were talking about. The Third Testament of the Scripture, the audio version, has a part in it that talked about Emperor Justinian. And I decided to go in and look to do a little bit of follow up. And looky what I found. I'm on Google here and I'm just looking at what happened here in 553 AD. Looks like our scripture was changed. Looks like it was changed in 553 AD. Let's come in here and look and see what I'm talking about. We're gonna punch on a couple of these websites. I haven't gone through any of them to any extent, and I don't stand by any of them. What they say is true, but just for grins and giggles, we're gonna punch on a few of them and see what they say. Starting with the church's biggest lie. This is factsaretfacts.com. Let's see, scroll down here. It says in the year 553 AD, 165 church officials condemned reincarnation. Prior to that time, it had been a fundamental Christian teaching following the trial of a conspiracy that changed the world. Look at this, guys. Now, this is 553 AD. This is approximately 1,500 years ago. But we know by then people have existed on the planet for at least 4,500 years, and they've always believed in reincarnation. And then all of a sudden, 165 churches, 165 Catholic churches, no doubt, decided that no, we would not believe in reincarnation, which is the spirit being reborn into another person, and like a baby being born in a baby and having to grow up, and or resurrection, which is the dead body coming back out of the grave. So the way I'm understanding this, I'm gonna scroll down and see if there's anything else. But the way I'm understanding this is that the church changed the whole way we think. These 165 churches changed the whole way we think about what's supposed to happen. Instead of us believing that we will be reborn in incorruptible bodies with no sin or disease or anything like that, being able to live in the material, not the material, but in the millennial age in these perfect bodies. No, they got us living in the millennial age of these old raggedy bodies. My body is old and raggedy now. Well, they weren't. I wanted to come back out of a hole after it had been buried for a little. Anyway, let's see what else is in here. Let me read this part, and then we're going to go to another website. Let me just hit the highlights. It says reincarnation is a fact. That is no longer a part of today's Christian beliefs. Is due to one power-hungry woman who had all references to reincarnation in the early Bible removed. A seemingly small act with historical consequences. How different would the history of the last 2 millennia have been if mankind had known that they themselves would reap the fruit of their misdeeds in a future earthly life? That they would have to sleep in the beds they had made. Yeah, think about that's what we're learning in the Third Testament of the Bible, guys, is that we have to make up for previous sins. So if they had left in the Bible that reincarnation, we would understand that. We would know that if I do something now, just because I get away with it in this lifetime, well, I'm gonna get another lifetime where I'm gonna have to pay for it. Maybe that will stop me from doing so much stuff. But if we think it no, there's no such thing as reincarnation, well, that leads to the whole you only got one life to live, you might as well live it up kind of thing. Let's just go buck wild, and that's what we're doing. But let's go find another website. We ain't gonna stick to one little website. This thing is all over the web. It's 227,000 hits, from that they pulled up in less than a second, talking about Justinian changed the Bible. Okay, here's one. Pope arrested for believing in reincarnation. This is the reluctant messenger. Let's look and see what it has to say. Now, I have my images turned off, so mine won't look quite the same as yours, but let's read a little bit. History records that the early Christian church believed in reincarnation and of the soul's journey back to oneness with God. This all changed by imperial decree some 500 plus years after the death of Christ. Emperor Justinian in 545 AD was able to apply the full power of Rome and his authority to stop the belief in reincarnation. He forced the ruling cardinals to draft a papal decree stating that anyone who believes that souls come from God and return to God will be punished by death. The actual decree stated, if anyone asserts the fabulous pre-existence of souls and shall assert the monstrous restoration which follows from it, let him be anathema, attached to the decrees of the fifth Episcopal Council AD 545 in Nicene and post-Nicene fathers. Yeah, the Council of Nicaea, they changed the Bible. Now, I've had a lot of discussions with a lot of people over the past 23 years over this very subject. People after people have come to me and say, man, they changed the Bible. And I said, no, they didn't. No, they did not. No, they didn't. And I'm looking here and I'm like, if it's just one word that was changed, now it don't take away from the scripture to me. I can get around that one word. It just adds to my understanding that I'm getting it now. And I'm still a Bible dude. I'm always gonna be a Bible dude. I don't want to put any doubt in anybody's understanding. But this exists. They actually changed the word to resurrection from reincarnation. Hermes Academy. Power, patience, continence, and faith. We teach virtue.